Hey guys,
and Dex,
and we are
Two Guys Talkin Games.
Episode 15.
Yeah, man, 15. Keep saying, yeah.
Last episode of the year.
Woo! Bye bye 2013. Man, oh man. Next time we speak, and you'll be hearing our voices. It'll be 2014.
2014, man.
Yeah, man.
Another year of gaming.
Another fun-filled year of gaming, non-stop.
Oh yeah, man. I got a gaming resolution, New Year's resolution.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Okay, it's for me to get. Now wait. Let me just ask you something. Would you consider the 3DS and the Vita consoles, or are they just handheld gaming devices?
For me, they're consoles. Because now, mind you, handheld gaming devices, I would say the old Game Boy, or like the Game Gear from way back when. You know what I mean? When that changes and you're able to do so many different things, because you do know that you are able to watch Netflix and Hulu on the 3DS, and so it's like it's a gaming console. It's gone from a handheld gaming device to a gaming console. It is what it is. It really is.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah, because a lot of the functions are the same.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, then I do have a New Year's resolution, a video game New Year's resolution, and I'm hoping that I can do this, but my resolution is to buy 5 consoles.
5 consoles?
Let me just... I'm guessing you can
guess.
I can guess. PS4, the Xbox One, PS Vita, the 3DS, and the Wii U.
Yeah, see, look at that. Woo! But see, you know what's bad? I only need the PS4 to finish my collection.
That's right.
I have everything else.
And I'm on the fence with getting another PS3.
Ah, see, look at that. Look at that. I got it. 5.5. Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Too many games.
I'm telling you, man. You are, man, to be a universal gamer, you have to own all these systems, because if not, you are missing out in so much. You really are, dude.
And that's how I feel.
You really, really are. I'm glad to have all these systems, because I played a great game in Dragon Crown on my Vita. I played Killzone Mercenary on my Vita. You know what I mean? I played Pokemon X on my 3DS. I played Legend of Zelda: Link Between Two Worlds on my 3. I mean, come on. No, there's so much.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, there's so much, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And in watching the Wii U, I watched that and I'm like,
damn,
wow.
I told you.
I really do feel like I'm missing out. I'd almost rather play 1 or 2 absolute amazing games on each console than play like 10 on the PS4 or 10 on the Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can't. You miss so much if you only stick with one system. I cannot just stick with an Xbox One and be a Microsoft or an Xbox fanboy, or a PlayStation 4 and be a Sony fan. I can't because you're gonna miss out on so much, dude. We have our game night, my wife and I, with the kids, and we'll jump on Mario on our Wii U. You know what I mean? And we'll do Mario 3D World. You know what I mean? The one that just came out.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. You know what I mean? And during the week, I get out of work, you know what? I feel like shooting, killing some people. I'll go jump on my Xbox One and go play some Battlefield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just universal, man. You need to have all these systems. It is what it is.
And you know what? Especially, with the show, we're doing a show now, and, listeners are going to want to hear about all games. And, I feel like a lot of it is falling on your shoulders.
Well,
so, I mean, I really want to, broaden my gaming.
You should, man. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it, man. You are not going to regret it. You know how fun it was playing Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds? And then when I finished it, I was like, you know what? Damn, I got a hankering to play me some Dragon's Crown. Bam, turned off my 3DS, put it aside, picked up my Vita, and all week that's all I've played have been Dragon's Crown on my Vita. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
And I kind of feel too like it's almost partly my responsibility to get these because of the show. You know, we can't, or I can't just, be talking about games on one system. So any donations at this time.
Please send your donations to the LAN Foundation.
the
LAN Foundation. That was created by...
Still going
strong. The LAN Foundation was created by Chaotic Savage and I back when we used to go to college.
Oh.
Yep, the LAN Foundation, the LAN.
LAN Foundation. I remember that on the Greatest Hits Halo DVD that you made up.
Yeah. The LAN
Foundation. But anyway, so what are you playing this week?
Well, I was on some Battlefield yesterday. I was hitting it hard. I like having my sniper, and I unlocked the Claymore for it, so I'm able to watch my own back a little bit more now. So that's pretty much what I've been doing on my home console has been, Battlefield. But at work, like I said, it's been nonstop Dragon's Crown. Nonstop, man. That game is nice and long. A lot of recycled stages. But aside from that, really good story. It's of course an action RPG, and it's really good.
Now,
really is.
Did you finish it once, or are you still working?
No, I'm still working. I'm still working on the actual game. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play it as much as I would have liked when it first came out, because there were so many games that came out, like Mercenaries, and then when I was done with Mercenaries, this game came out for the 3DS.
Zelda?
No.
3D,
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing: A New Leaf came out, and then after that, Pokemon. Then after that, Legend of Zelda. And so now I'm like, So I jumped back on.
Didn't a Super Mario come out there?
Oh, too? Yeah. Got that and picked that up and beat it. So it's just like, it's just so much,
man. Hey, it's not a bad
No, not at all.
Did you see what I had gotten for Christmas?
Yes, I did. I was like, wow. I was surprised. I was shocked. I have to admit.
At least it wasn't.
I must admit, man, if you would have taken that bet, I would have lost a lot of money. That you did not get.
Man, if I ever what I would have loved to have done if I got Black Flag, I was gonna just wait until I get on the show today and say, you'll never guess, because a lot of people don't know this, but we can visually see each other because we record this off of Skype, but the podcast is only audio. So I was gonna just put it right up in front of the screen
just
and just listen to you laugh. And in thinking about that and how much you'd be laughing, I was because I was envisioning it happening. But anyway, I was playing some Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4, which were the two I got. I just prefer Battlefield 4. It's a little more realistic, which I guess some people could like or not like. But I just feel like Battlefield 4 is really getting to the point where, I mean, not with sales still, I don't know why, but as far as the quality of the game, it's there. I think Call of Duty needs to take a break.
It does, man. It does. That's what happens when a game comes out yearly. Now, a lot of people will argue, this Call of Duty will come out this year, and then the next year it'll be the other one. And then, so it's actually coming out every 2 years. Yes.
Right.
But
because they switch developers.
Yes, but the point is they both play the same. You get burnt out if you're playing the same thing over and over every year. So innovations, no, there's not really. You know what I mean? There's not really much that you can innovate on. So.
Yeah, Ghosts really hasn't really done anything different. It's okay. It's Call of Duty, so it's a solid game. I don't know if I'll ever play the campaign. I'd like to, but I was playing that Battlefield 4. I was playing
Battlefield 4.
A lot of Diablo 3.
Man, don't let this.
The opening sequence.
Don't let this be the last song I hear.
Yeah, right. And then like 20 minutes later, you're cutting your friend's
like,
leg.
oh!
My 10-year-old sitting next to me. I'm like, all right, cover your face. She's getting freaked out. But I played a lot of Diablo 3, which that game scares me because it is one of the most addicting games. Actually, you might want to stay away from it, or you could say goodbye to your life.
Nah, I can't do that, man. I gotta stay away.
The inventory system. I'm going to actually talk more about Diablo 3 later because it's in one of my categories of the game of the year. But man, excellent, solid game. What else was I playing? I was just ripping through a bunch of titles. Excuse me. Little Oblivion, but that's about it. That's about it for me. Well, this is our first video award show ever. That's right, man. Our first ever video game award show.
There you go.
That's right. I think we have 9. Is it 9 categories?
I believe so. 9 categories.
I'm going to rip through them. Well, I don't want to rip through them because that indicates we're going to rush. But let me just see right here. We could start off, if you'd like, the PS3 exclusive of the year.
That sounds good.
Which, for me, would absolutely, positively have to be The Last of Us. I know you didn't play it.
I didn't get a chance to play it, unfortunately.
Excellent game. If you get a chance, excellent game. I can't even remember which episode I reviewed it. It was one of the earlier episodes, maybe the second or third episode. I think it was
like the second episode, something like that.
Yeah, that is an excellent game, story. I'm very much looking forward to an expansion for the game, which they announced. That's going to expand on Ellie's story, which is a little girl. Or any other, maybe like The Last of Us 2 or whatever. Excellent game. That is my PS3 exclusive of the year. Now, the Xbox 360 exclusive of the year, I know you got a pick.
I do. Let me see.
Well, let me tell you what mine is, and let me know if it's the same one. Because I'll be very surprised if it's not the same game. And that would be none other than Gears of War. That is my 360 exclusive of the year.
Well,
I just, you know what? I was a little disappointed in the game. I can't say I loved it. But it's weird, man.
You see, I mean, it is the same. It is the same game because now, mind you, the only reason it's the same game is because it's the only fucking exclusive that came out for the fucking Xbox 360 this year. Get on, bitch!
Well, let me just correct you on that. They did have some exclusive arcade games, but I didn't play them.
No. See, that's arcade game. No, I'm not including arcade or...
I'm trying to save this, man.
No, that's... No. Unfortunately... The Xbox 360 had a weak exclusive this year, and that was Gears of War Judgment, unfortunately. But, it was an okay game. It's just, man, it should have just been DLC. It really should have. That was not a standalone game. It really wasn't. And it feels like as soon as Cliff Bleszinski left, and they were like, you know what? Let's capitalize. Let's make some money, and let's put this out there, and that kind of that's not right.
Yeah, I agree. I'd gotten it, of course, because it was Gears, and I just and remember an earlier episode I even said that if I could change one thing about the whole series, I would have spaced out the trilogy a little, made it a little longer between games and taking out Judgment altogether. So I'm just saying. But you know what? Exclusive of the year for me for the 360.
Unfortunately, that was the only exclusive.
Well, next category is Shooter of the Year. And did you want me to read what I put on Facebook for the games I came up with?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, I didn't include 2 of them. that some people might look at as really big shooters. BioShock Infinite, I thought it was such a good game. I don't want to categorize it as a
Right.
shooter. And we were talking about this where it was kind of like
It's a shooter slash RPG because it does have RPG
RPG
elements.
action,
You know,
right?
and
So and that's
and
why,
the other
yeah.
game that falls under that category is Dead Space 3 because you are
Oh,
upgrading your
absolutely.
things. You know what I mean? So it falls under that category as well. It's not just a straight
Yeah.
up shooter. You know.
No, that's correct. That's correct. That's a good game to point out because it's funny that a lot of games that were released in January or
Yeah.
February, you tend to forget
Right.
about, because it's now the end of the year. And another one I didn't put on this list, which I didn't feel a lot of people had a chance to
Yeah.
play, was Metro Last
Ah,
Light.
yes. Metro. I didn't get a
Um,
chance to play that. I didn't get a chance to play the
I
first
didn't
one
either.
either. You know, it's just
Yeah, yeah, that was an
too
excellent
many
game.
freaking
Very,
games.
very difficult. I mean, for me, compared to your typical
Yeah.
shooter, it was a more difficult game, which made it more interesting. But these are the games I put on Facebook, and I don't know if any of these are something that you would have picked, or if you did pick it. But I have Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield
Okay.
4, Crisis
Okay.
3, Far Cry 3, Blood
Mm-hmm.
Dragon, and Killzone Mercenary.
Yes. Okay.
So what do you
So
got?
for me,
Mm-hmm.
game of the year in that category, and those that I'm choosing from, I would have to
Yeah.
say Mercenaries, Killzone Mercenaries, for the
Okay.
PS Vita. Um, and for that type of console. For the other type of consoles, like the main systems, like you know, which are the other games. Um,
Yeah.
um, I mean, multiplayer of a lot of those games are good. I would have to give it just because of the. Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to go with
Yeah.
Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Hmm.
Army of Two, Devil's Cartel,
Oh,
but
wow.
I really couldn't because the storyline they I remember playing that game, and for me that storyline, they killed the storyline. They
Um,
changed too many things on it. I wasn't too happy with the storyline, but
hmm.
it played awesome. It was a great shooter.
Yeah.
If you're playing it co-op, again, all the Army of Two games have been awesome if you're playing it co-op. You know what I mean? If you have
Yeah.
someone there to play with you online, play it co-op, awesome game. Doing it by yourself, the AI is eh. So that's why
Mm.
I have to go with Battlefield 4.
Okay. That's a solid
Yeah.
pick, man. That's a solid pick. The only game that I didn't play out of those five was Killzone Mercenary, which um, I remember you talking a lot about it and how good it
Yeah.
was. And when I get a Vita, I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna check that
I'm
out.
telling you, man, the campaign was solid. It was really awesome. I love how you're able to now use the dual sticks on that Vita instead of
Hmm.
having to use the triangle, square, X, and circle button to look up, down, left, and right.
Yeah,
It's awesome. Playing a shooter on a Vita is awesome, especially with my grips. You're golden.
that's right.
You know what I mean?
The grips that you made, man. I did have a chance to play every other game that I just said: Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4. Although I didn't get a chance to finish those, the campaigns, of course. I finished Crisis 3. I was disappointed with Crisis 3. I did like it the most out of all three Crisis games. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, absolutely, absolutely is my pick for the year. Uh, the style in this game, the whole 80s style that they had going on with this game, the humor, oh man, this was a game I only wish that you had played because I think you would have loved this game. You kind of missed out on it. I know that now with games coming out and stuff like that, it's going to be hard to go back. But excellent game, man, excellent game, and the style, like I said, the whole '80s style and the whole the comedy, the humor is just
Yeah.
constantly laughing, just making fun of a lot of stuff in the '80s that was going on TV and stuff like that. It's just, oh, great game, great game. So that's my shooter of the
Okay.
year. Let's see. Next category. Next category is our RPG of the year.
RPG of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't play that many RPGs this year as I would have liked.
Yeah.
Out of the ones that I did play, my top two would be Dragon's Crown, and my game of the year for an RPG, I have to give it to Pokemon for the 3DS. And I have to give it to Pokemon. What they've done, and they've added all these other Pokemons from previous seasons and stuff like that, and the multiplayer aspect of the game. It's nice. It's really good, really solid game, long game. It's really great story.
Okay. Wow. Now wait, Dragon's Crown is that on the Vita?
On Vita and the PlayStation 3.
On the Vita.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a Sony exclusive.
It is a Sony exclusive. Yes.
Okay. RPG of the year for me, hands down, Diablo 3. Just an excellent game. I don't have a list of RPG games that I kind of wrote down to pick this one, but as soon as I thought about RPG of the year, Diablo 3 came right to my mind. Addicting, excellent game. Very happy they ported this over to the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I also think they're making a version for the new consoles as well. And I think this would be a great game for the Vita.
Yes.
Oh, it'd be a great game for the Vita.
That would be a game I'd be on all the time. You know what I mean?
Man.
At work, that
excellent.
would be
I was thinking about it, man. Yep, I was thinking about it last night. I was playing. I'm like, this would be a great Vita game, even if it wasn't Diablo 3, but it was Diablo something.
Right.
You know, some other side title or something like that. But whatever. All right, next category I have is DLC of the year. Best downloadable content. I'm not sure. I kind of sprung this category, recently, so I'm not sure if you had a chance to even look into it or not. Did you even?
No, I didn't.
This year?
Surprisingly, I did not get any DLC this year. Because I didn't do the Far Cry DLC. I didn't do the BioShock DLC. I didn't do any of the DLCs for any of the games, even the multiplayer games. I didn't do any DLC.
That's right. Because I was going to remember you were talking about the Halo 4 DLC, that little map pack that came out, and stuff like that. I remember I downloaded it. I played it for a little bit. It's kind of short-lived, and then I kind of went on to other games. That's what came to mind for me for DLC. But then you had reminded me of the BioShock Infinite Burial at Sea Episode 1.
Right, correct.
Which, again, not even a competition with DLC of the year. That is by far the best DLC I've gotten this year. Excellent. I've gotten some Borderlands 2 DLC, which is good. We were just talking about how technically Blood Dragon could be considered DLC because it has the Far Cry 3 title attached to it. But Burial at Sea Episode 1, absolutely positively my DLC of the year. I cannot wait for Episode 2, which I've talked many times about on our show. So, let's see. Now we're going to get into some categories that I really can't even speak about because I don't have these.
Hence why you got to pick up the systems.
Okay. 3DS game of the year.
3DS game of the year. 3DS came out, man. Nintendo came out swinging this year. They came out with a lot of heavy hitters. They came out with Luigi's Mansion. Again, they came out with Pokemon and Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing. They came out with so many games, so many AAA title games on the Nintendo system. But out of all of those, and I've played every single one of them, I have to give it to The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
It is an awesome game. A very awesome game. I have to give that as a handheld 3DS game of the year.
My daughter's halfway through.
She's halfway. She hasn't put it down.
halfway through. She was playing it just now and before she went out with my wife. So I cannot wait. Because I asked her, I says, how far along? She goes, probably about 4 hours in, Dad. I'm like, all right, because X said it's an 8 hour game, 8-ish or so. So when you get done, make sure you tell me, and so I can play it. So she's like, all right. So that would be your pick, huh? Because I put that up on Facebook as well. Animal Crossing, New Leaf, Pokemon X. Now, is it called? When I looked it up, it says Pokemon X and
right,
Y.
because Pokemon came out with X and Y. They're two different games.
Okay.
Same everything, but just the legendary Pokemon for X is one single one, and Y is a different one. Now, I don't know if they're doing what they used to do before, because I haven't played Y, is that they have exclusive Pokemon on each game. That if you want all of them that have come out, the new ones, you'd have to play both and capture and port into one game, and that way you could have them all.
Are you going to get Y?
No, my wife has Y.
Okay.
So I'm having her do that and get me those, and and that way we could exchange.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that's cool. Yep. So then you don't have to go through that. Legend of Zelda and Luigi's Mansion was the other one, and my daughter's still playing Luigi's Mansion. She said it's too hard.
Too hard.
I don't know
it's
if
not really too hard. It's just it's puzzles. It is. It's puzzles, and you have to figure out where's this, where's that. You have to. A lot of the times you read too much into it, and it's normally staring at you right in front of the face. She just might need you to just take a look at it and see if you can figure out a couple things. It's not that hard. If she gets stuck, YouTube it.
Okay.
I mean,
she did YouTube one part that I looked up for, and she was able to get past. So yeah, she might be trying too hard or something. All right. Well, that was the 3DS Game of the Year category. PS Vita Game of the Year.
PS Vita, hands down. Hands down, Killzone Mercenaries. Killzone Mercenaries. Wow. I don't care who you are. If you own a Vita, for shame if you have not played this game or owned this game for the PlayStation Vita. It is what every fan of a first-person shooter game, okay, that has ever wanted a shooter to be able, to be able to play a shooter in a handheld and be able to play anywhere and everywhere. This is your game. This is your game. Wow. The multiplayer is freaking phenomenal, dude. It is phenomenal. I like that I'm able to grab my Bluetooth from my phone, switch it, and connect it to my Vita and use it as my headset and play on the go and play multiplayer and be wherever I want and talk to people and play multiplayer on it. It's phenomenal, dude.
Wow.
Killzone Mercenaries is the game of the year for the PlayStation Vita.
So it's not now. Is this the first game that's not just local multiplayer? The Wi-Fi.
Oh no.
Like
No.
They have other ones like.
No. There's been games out for years, even for the PSP, that have been regular multiplayer, like how you play in the other systems. It's not just one-on-one on different floors or anything. No. It's straight. You're online playing multiplayer versus people around the world multiplayer.
That's awesome. Because do you remember when we had played? Oh gosh, let me just think for 1 second. I think it was called. It was a Resistance game, and I was at work on floor 2. You were on floor 1, and we were playing on our PSP. Because it just had the local then, right? Yeah, but things have changed. I should know that by now, actually. Okay, so let's see. Next category would be Wii U Game of the Year, which, sad to say, I cannot comment on. Dang.
Wii U of the Game of the Year is the latest one that has just come out. Super Mario Land, Super Mario World 3D World, Super Mario 3D World. There you go. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the one.
It is phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal game.
Is that the one you said it's got 5 players?
No. That's the other one.
Okay.
No, this is the one you got all 4. They have different power-ups. You get this little bell, and everybody turns into cats. You're able to climb up walls and shit. And it's awesome, dude. It is. It's really awesome. Great game. It looks phenomenal, and it plays awesome. If you own a Wii U, you should definitely own this game. And I'm not surprised that it was sold out, and I couldn't get it. I had to order online, and it came a couple freaking days later.
Oh, that's the one. I thought the one that was sold out was a 3DS title.
No.
That was the one. Okay. All right. I remember you saying
that.
Yeah,
got like a 9.5 or something. I'm like, of course, it's Mario. You know.
Man, I'll tell you, man. Nintendo's got some.
They have some heavy hitters, man. Nintendo
first party. Yeah, they really do, man. They really have some amazing titles, man. All right. Well, you're gonna have to combine 3DS with your Vita and come up with your handheld game of the year.
Game of the year.
If there was only one.
There can only be one.
Only be one. I got a feeling, I kind of think I know what you're going to say, because I'm basing it on how much you've talked about this game, but I could be wrong. So,
man, combining them both and only picking a one is hard. It really is, because all these games are phenomenal. But in aspect of campaign only, I'd have to give it to The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Two Worlds. But campaign and multiplayer, I have to give it to Killzone Mercenaries, because Mercenaries has the package of multiplayer. It's just it keeps you in longer, because when you're done with the campaign, you jump on multiplayer. And I'm done with the campaign on Legend of Zelda, I have to do it again on a harder difficulty. That's what happens when you beat it. You unlock the hero difficulty or whatever. But that's it. So for me, handheld game of the year, Killzone Mercenaries.
Yeah. Wow, jeez. So overall that title keeps coming up.
It has to, because of the package. It's like we've talked before. Look at all these games before, last year, 2 years ago, when Gears 3 came out, when Halo 4 came out. Look at Gears 3. It came out with the campaign, the multiplayer, Horde mode. What was the other mode that it came out? Beast mode. All these different modes that keep you playing the game. The package was huge. You can't compare a game like that versus another game that is just regular campaign and that's it. There is no way.
So it was so much value. Yeah. It was Halo 4, remember?
Yeah.
There was so much between Forge mode, multiplayer campaign. And then what was the other thing where you went in?
The episode Spartan Assault. Well, the Spartan. Spartan,
Yeah, there was so much value in that $60 title. Like, remember we were saying, if you're only going to buy one game,
it would be that one.
Just get that, because there's so much to do.
Right. So that's what I'm saying? Again, it's that same aspect. I would have to give it to Killzone Mercenaries because of that, because of the campaign, because of the multiplayer. And now it's not just any old crappy multiplayer; it's a phenomenal multiplayer. So it has to be that game.
So the package, the overall package. All right. Well, I guess our last category is the category. What is your game of the year pick?
Game of the year.
Drum roll. Yeah. Did you want me to read a few Facebook comments on that before we get into it? All right. Let's see. We have David Ortiz Jr. picked Battlefield 4.
Okay.
He says you have to game a lot for that game to be boring. So that was his pick. I have Ricky Lehman saying that he loved GTA 5. And it made way more in sales than Last of Us. However, I did not connect nearly as much as I did with The Last of Us. It was just so raw, so beautiful, and so appreciative of life, so driven to survive and live. He was really deep with The Last of Us, man. I'll tell you right now. And a lot of what he said, I had felt as well. It was a very emotional game, played out much like a movie. So that was his Ricky Lehman's pick. And let's see. don't know. I had a bunch in that category. That was a very difficult category for me to pick one from this year. I mean, I had, let's see, The Last of Us, Tomb Raider, GTA 5. Those are my honorable mentions for the game of the year. But my first pick, it's got to be BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
It's got to be my pick, man. The story, Ken Levine puts so much into one game, and it's so obvious between the art style, the little things that you find in a game, just like the first BioShock, and he didn't do BioShock 2, but in Infinite, it was a repeat to me of BioShock, only a different world. It starts off, you look around, and there's just so much attention to detail. The story is just so deep, and it just wowed me. It blew me away. I never got a chance to play it for a second time, but that first playthrough was just very comparable to the original BioShock. I still like the original BioShock better, but gotta go with Infinite for my game of the year, man. Got to. How about you?
Oh man, it's a tough one. It is, and you'll see. Excuse me. You'll see that when you get all these different systems, when you start playing all these different games, it is going to be so hard to narrow and to bypass other games to only nail it down to one. It really is. It's really, really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, this had to be more difficult for you because of all the different
it is
consoles you played off of.
I mean, and for this game, I would have to because I would have to give it to The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for my game of the year.
Wow.
The campaign was so phenomenal. It really was. The campaign was so phenomenal. It was very reminiscent of A Link to the Past from back in the Super Nintendo days. Same art style. Not art style, but same style of the way it looks and stuff, and the way it felt. It was so much alike, but a different game in its own right, and which is awesome because it wasn't a copycat. It wasn't a redone game or anything. It was just phenomenal. The storyline was phenomenal. I like that they added new people to this world of Zelda, of Hyrule. Now they have a low rule, and they have another princess, another Link, another enemies. It's just it's just very, very awesome. Very awesome. I like the way that they went with the whole storyline. It was a great game. So it being on the 3DS system and everything, my game of the year, I've played almost every single game that you mentioned, has to be The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Wow, that is saying a lot because I had a feeling you were going to say GTA 5.
No.
Okay. And you played Tomb Raider, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's freaking.
I have to give it to The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Awesome, phenomenal game. Man. I'm telling you, man. You play that game, and I played it, and I did every single thing, and I was pissed that I finished everything because I didn't want to stop playing it. I wish they made it longer. I wish they made it bigger. I wish you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot when you're disappointed that the game ends.
Yeah, I was disappointed that the game.
Wow. Yeah, there's not too many games that I played where I feel that way.
I wanted to keep
impressive.
Playing,
Yeah. Now I really can't wait to play that on my kid's 3DS. So there you have it, man. BioShock Infinite's my game of the year, and for X, it's Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you something before we wrap this up. Did you get a chance to download Halo Spartan?
Yes, I did.
You did?
That shit is awesome!
No, you know what? I thought you were going to say you
No,
forgot
no,
about it.
no. That shit was awesome,
Okay.
man.
How much is it?
$15.
Okay, so it's 15 bucks. Okay.
And
Okay.
it is phenomenal,
Um,
dude. I like it.
it
I
is,
like it.
huh? So you
Oh
recommend?
yeah, I like it. It's the whole
Yeah.
top
Okay.
down. You see the elites and the grunts, and you're over here tossing
Mm,
grenades, and it's awesome. It is. It's
okay.
really cool. If you're a fan of Halo, it's definitely something that you want to pick up. You know.
All right, because I remember it coming out for, we said it was coming out on Christmas
Yep.
Eve, right,
Yep.
or something
Christmas
like
Eve.
that. Yeah, dang. Okay.
And
Okay.
for
And
me,
I
I
think
want the storyline. I want to
right.
absorb everything that's in that story. That's what I want to do. So I
Yeah.
had to pick it up, and it's awesome. It's awesome.
Okay. I think it comes out for the 360. Dude, what did we say? January like
Yeah,
14th or
sometime in
something like that,
January.
or
Yeah.
yeah, couple. Okay, so I got to keep that in mind. I got to mark that down and make sure I download that when it comes out. Because I
You
definitely want to check
might
that
want to
out.
wait until you get your Xbox One. That way, you could always,
Yeah.
whenever you feel like playing it, you could always go back and play it. And not
Oh,
only
yeah.
that, but it does have co-op.
Yeah.
We could jump on, do some co-op and stuff. I mean, it's awesome, dude.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay. Yeah,
you
maybe I
know what I
want to
mean.
wait until
Wait.
I get
Yeah,
the
wait
Xbox
until you
One.
get your Xbox One. That way you'll have it, and you won't be going back and forth, and you'll be pissed. You'll be like, "Oh man, I should have gotten it for the Xbox One."
Yeah, I should
Yeah,
have waited.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Hey, did Adrian get Battlefield 4 for the 360 first and then get
no,
it for the Xbox
no,
One?
why?
Okay. So then it's cool because when I'm playing Battlefield 4 and I'm in the
Yeah.
menu, it says Chaotic was playing and it said level 68. So it's kind of cool. I could see his stats, like cross-platform stats, then
Hmm.
because he's playing for the X. You know what I'm saying? The Xbox One. So I assumed that he did that upgrade thing where he got the Battlefield 4 and then he.
No. He and I,
Okay.
we waited, and we got them both
Okay.
for the Xbox One.
All right. That's cool. And I didn't know you could do that. At least I could see stats. That's kind of cool that you could do that. Very
Yep.
interesting. Well, that's our video game
Yes.
awards. Our 9 categories. I'm hoping next year that I can have a hand in all these
Yes, man. I
categories.
hope so too, man. Because
Um,
I'm telling you,
it'd be
it'll
very
definitely
cool.
open up your eyes to all these different games, man.
I'm going to have to be more selective with purchasing games though, because over 5 different consoles. You know what I'm
Hence,
saying?
that's
I
what
mean,
I do. I can't buy every single game. Some
right,
have to
and you know what?
go
And
by the wayside, and
yeah,
uh, you know.
well, that's how it is, man. It's like I said, I'd rather play a few excellent games on 4 or 5 different consoles than 10 or 15 on
Right.
one. So
Right.
so it'll work out, man. It'll work out. All right. Well, that's about all I had to
Yeah.
say. I want to thank you guys for an excellent
Oh
year.
yeah. Yeah. Man, I mean, it's been
Let's
awesome.
big things next
Got.
year.
Oh
Big
yeah,
things
got
next year.
PAX East coming up. Got PAX
Oh
East
yeah.
coming
Okay.
up, and then on top of that, we
Oh
have
yeah.
we're nearing our 2,000 mark. We are currently
Yes.
we probably already reached 1,300 right now, but last time we saw
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
sure we did.
1296. So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
we're getting up there, and that's all thanks to you out there. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We couldn't be doing this without any of you because nobody then would be listening to
That's it.
it. you know.
That's it, man. That's
I
it.
really appreciate that everybody has taken the time to like the page. Please share,
Hmm.
comment, subscribe. Go on YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah.
Go on Facebook and well, you already liked, but either way,
Yes.
it's awesome. Thank you very much for being a part of this.
Yes. Make us want to be better.
Yes, please. And any.
Yeah, because 2014 is going to be big.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm going to make just a prediction right here. Okay. Next year at this time, I believe we will be at 5,000
probably.
likes.
I hope so.
I'm gonna make that prediction right now.
I hope so.
I'm hoping so too. I think we can get there, man. I think we can get there. All right. Well, that's about it for this year.
Yeah. Well, we hope everyone has had a great Christmas and have a happy New Year.
That's right,
we will
man.
definitely see you here Same time, same channel. But next year, next year in
That's right,
2014, and yeah, it's been great, and well, that's it,
man.
We'll see you guys.
Well, we are two guys talking games, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Peace.